Today we're going to talk about so much stuff that happened in the last, 24 hours. All the generals in the United States in the military got together by old PDP, and what he did was he told them that they were only going to keep the ones that they really like. If they like you, they're going to keep you. If you're not, they're going to let you go. So the United States is no longer a free democracy now. We're not. And you wonder why. I'm finna break it down to you why Memphis is gonna be the first genocide city in the United States. Yeah, y'all finna be a genocide city. And I'm gonna tell you why. Out of all this is everybody sitting here thinking that what this man is doing, especially in Memphis, that it was that he's trying to make the city great again. No, it's not. No, it's not. And y'all didn't vote. Half of y'all didn't vote. I know a lot of folks that didn't vote. So this is in so many words, this is your faith or reality of what is about to come. How do you infiltrate something you can't go in and just infiltrate. You got to have puppets in there. And this is how it happened. Go back. We got to go back. We got to go back to when Warden was in office. He didn't manage nothing. He was poor manager as a mayor. He got elected twice. In fact, y'all praised him earlier. Yeah. And then people gonna say this when I finish all of this. This is self-hate. No, this is reality. This is your reality that's finna come to pass. So anyway, he got elected. During that time, Strickland was a city councilman. Strickland was the one that cut the budget, the police budget. Tony Armstrong was the director. That's what changed everything, the format. That's what made police officers leave. That's what made crime go up. That's what made everything. Don't nobody want to work where the police, the city that they work trying to represent is trying to screw them over at the same time. They can take their certification and go somewhere else, and many of them did. So anyway, then they did all of that. Now, Strickland turned around and ran as mayor, saying he was gonna cut crime. Bill Lee was in office. So why crime was still at an all-time high then? It's been a high during both, what's his name, Strickland's term. Why didn't Bill Lee send the National Guard in there then? Why didn't he keep them there then indefinitely? No, because see, that would have been too much right. And then somebody could have filed a lawsuit and told them that what Bill Lee was doing was unconstitutional, and that would have ended up probably in the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court, and they would have ruled on it, or it would have been a highly mess. So Trump needed test grounds. Well, he going to Gavin Newsom, that he's a white man. If you notice, all these white leaders are standing up to him. All these Portland, they governor standing up. Oh my goodness. And their constituents, Gavin Newsom is standing up. You got the governor of New Jersey, he's standing up for him. You got who else? You got so many people standing up for their constituents. They're filing lawsuits. They're doing this. Tennessee's not. In fact, Bill Lee said he welcomes President Trump. And Marsha Blackburn, who used your senator, she's running them. She tag teaming too. Oh, by the way, she's running for governor. So anyway, they got them on the state level. Now they got to get them on the city level. This is where Paul Young and Lee Harris come into play. See, they went to them and offered them something, or they helped them with their campaign a while back. Now it's time to pay up. You know how them folks are. Some of them folks are when you owe them money, and then all of a sudden they show up. They say, well, you know what? You owe me a favor. You owe me this. This is how that works. So They owe them a favor. How you think AI got in without all them permits? AI, Elon Musk got in and he didn't have to have no permits. And he was trying to do it in a black neighborhood. He did that. Genocide. Because see, now the water tastes funny. Them folks getting smelling stuff they ain't never smelled before. And they finna start having cancer. But see, that was a bag for him. See, he owed that favor. He owed that favor. See, don't think that when folks are running for campaigns, see, that's what you black folks don't want to realize. When folks are running and they running and somebody is endorsing them on the back end, they owe them. And they win, they owe them. So anyway, so then you turn around. See, they went to Paul Young, see. They went to Paul Young and they told him, look here, you a contender for the mayor of Memphis. We need you to do this, do that. And he said he wanted so bad and they promised him this. And he wanted. All of a sudden, look at it. Now he trying to listen to them. He helping them because he owed them. He trying to break up the unions between the city and the fire department and the police department. Yeah. See, but but you black folks in Memphis are too busy worried about other stuff. Y'all worried about crime. But y'all didn't know that all this stuff that went on, this was pre-planned. See, the cutting of the police force and the failure to demote and come on there, Mike. If I'm lying, if I am lying, if I'm telling a lie, then somebody come over here and give me facts. But I'm telling you, this is what happened. So now they stopped demoting black folks. See, black folks wasn't getting demoted. See, they genocide. They trying to, it's too many of y'all for them to actually go fight. For them, and they bring the military. Oh no, so they got to kill some of y'all. They got to get rid of some of y'all. And this is how they doing. So what they doing is, how they doing it systematically. They put some in there, that's a chemical death. And then now they got these little infiltrating black folks. See, black folks still think y'all think y'all in control. Y'all think the mayor's in control. Y'all think the city council is in control. Y'all think the county government. That's done. See, when Paul Young took a picture with Marsha Blackburn, he sold y'all out. He sold his soul. But see, he gets mad when folks like me realize that and tell y'all that, but y'all don't want to believe it. See, y'all still sitting here thinking that this man is trying to help, do this and all that. No, he ain't. He owes somebody. That's why he ain't as forceful as anybody else, because he owes somebody. That's why he stood behind Governor Lee looking all crazy, because he owes somebody. He can't say nothing. See, they got receipts on that ass. They got receipts on Harris. That's why they ain't finna put up no fight. Y'all city council don't mean nothing to federal government, because they got receipts on them. So anyway, at this point, he gotta look the part, because he still think he's in control. He knows he's not, but that's that appearance. He giving them y'all the appearance that he is still mayor of Memphis. But that was over with when he took that picture with Marsha Blackburn, because that picture spoke volume. That let Trump know that what, them black ones ain't gonna have no problem. You ain't gonna have no problem out of them. You may have a problem out of few, but you ain't gonna have no problems out of them. See, I believe if I had been in Memphis at this time, pew pew. Because see, I would have been too vocal. Pew pew. You ain't got to tell me. So anyway, then they start preparing y'all for it. And now the National Guard is coming in. Governor Lee has made it indefinite. He made it indefinite, so they never leave. So that now, this is where federal coming out. So now if you're arrested, they gonna fix it where you're arrested. You don't go to 201 Poplar. You can go to, because it's a federal jurisdiction now. You can go to the federal, that's a federal charge. Something that would have been a state charge or a city charge is now federal. See, they finna get rid of the police department. They finna make the police chief go away. They finna make the police department a federal entity. They finna make the sheriff department a federal entity. But see, they need a coon to do that. Anthony Buckner. Go. Man Young. Because he's trying to get rid of. If he can get rid of the union, then if there's no binding agreement, if he go and make it a binding agreement, he ain't doing it in federal court. He doing it in state court. He ain't doing that. He trying to get rid of it because see, they finna make a federal. That's finna be the first federal law enforcement, the largest area under ICE. And while y'all sitting here thinking that, you coons down there thinking that, you know what, he need to control. Now he finna control y'all. He already doing it. Look at it. He ain't been in office 9 months, ain't even been in there a year. And they had already told the military that you can resign, but if we don't like you, we gonna get rid of you. It sound like, look at, he got rid of the top black general. Top black. He trying to erase history, black history. He figured if he cut off SNAP and health care, it'll kill y'all. Of course he gotta have some white casualties. That's part of the thing. That's them lower bottomers. He got to. He cutting financial aid. He burning books. He trying to erase history. Don't be surprised he stopped y'all from trying to learn. He trying to stop you from learning. That's how slavery was. They didn't want you to read. It was forbidden for you to read and know anything and find out. You couldn't be known for reading. Reading was death because you could teach somebody something and all of that. He said he was gonna bring it back to 1796. I don't remember us being free around 1796. And while y'all sitting here upholding Wanda Halbert, she messing up. Tawana Murphy, she messing up. All these old bogus companies that y'all trying to do, y'all these unprofessional, ratchet companies that instead of being professional, while y'all sitting up here clowning about, looking at crime that your family members are doing, they slowly coming in and taking over. Ain't that something? And y'all don't see nothing. Y'all so busy looking over here, they coming in over here. And they have help. There are some powerful people in Memphis. There's some very powerful people in Memphis. Oh yes. That's including attorneys, former chair people, former Tennessee chair people, former activists, former city leaders. Either they don't want to do nothing, they tired, or they already know what's getting ready to happen. And everybody is in Memphis is playing checkers while they playing chess. See, because like I said, y'all the prototype. The Hispanics was a prototype for what's getting ready to happen now. They just had to find some lazy, yeah, I'm finna say that. They just had to find some lazy, distractive black folks to come in and take over. They couldn't do it to Atlanta. Oh, no, they wasn't going to do it to Atlanta. No, they wasn't going to do that. No. Governor Lee signed us up for that. They signed us up for that. Yeah. And y'all think that they just gonna come in there because it's a presence that the crime gonna go down. Oh, no. See, what they gonna do is they gonna have to pew some of y'all. They gonna send some of y'all to camps. I saw earlier where it was a long line at the PB&J tow truck place where they confiscate. Oh, they finna get some money out of y'all. Oh, they finna get some money out of y'all. They finna give y'all life a living hell. See, cause you paid, you wanted the National Guard. And you see, when Shep Wilburn wanted it, it was during an era of your civil rights. But now you don't have no civil rights. So now, you know, Trump is in office, and some of you black folks still think that this man cares anything about. He's trying to erase your history, and then some of y'all think God got you. Well, you know what? God got a lot of folks, but that don't mean that, you know what, He's gonna protect you. But this is what happened. This is where we at. And I'm gonna make my voice strong. You know what? I don't give a shit. I'm gonna make if it's meant for me not to be here, it is meant for me not to be here. If it's meant for me to be a voice, I'm gonna be a voice. Because when we sit here and be silent, just like what y'all doing, that's why it's so easy for Trump to take over. And that's why it's going to be so easy for him to commit genocide on y'all. Because y'all too busy worried about other things. You took the right now, your money, your house, your car. Which he going to probably try to take that too if he ain't already trying. Because he can't let a slave own property. Can't let a slave own themselves. Because see, if he start calling you a slave right now, you're going to want to leave the country or leave somewhere or go somewhere where there is a sanctuary. But see, they already telling you, Tennessee is not a sanctuary state. Then think about that there. See, you thought it was for the Mexicans. No, Tennessee is not a sanctuary state. California is. Other state cities are. New Jersey, that's north, west. You have yet to hear of a red state being a sanctuary state. They finna start dividing and conquer. And while y'all sitting here laughing and giggling and think y'all know everything and trying to hurt each other as black folks, you need to wake up. Some of us have sold us out. They've been doing this since slavery. It's not called race hating. Because see, somebody gonna take this and say it's race hating. No, it's fact. Because see, them Hispanics sold themselves out. A lot of people sold, gay folks sold themselves out. Veterans sold themselves out. Now everybody's seeing, but see, he ain't touched us yet. He finna touch us, but he didn't touch us in the front. He finna touch us now, because there's too many of us. We the hard-headed ones. We the ones that's gonna be more resistant. We the ones that really ain't gonna comply. So he gotta have a weapon. He can't go in there and start shooting up the place. Because if you do that, then that's a war crime. So he trying to declare war on states. That's a violation of that's a violation of the Constitution. The Constitution says that you can't turn on each other, but he's turning on us. So many of y'all have already picked a side. Y'all figure like it don't matter what's going on. God got you and everything, and God gonna have you surely when they go, just like the Japanese when they went and took them out of their homes, just like they did the Hispanics and everybody else, and put them in concentration camps. Read your history. That's right after Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. Come on now. So don't think black folks are not immune to being put in a concentration camp. They doing it. They testing it with Hispanics, and eventually they're going to get around us. Because they trying to make this an all-white country. Again. Which it ain't never been. So you got a choice. You got a choice today. See, they're getting the military ready. See, this is the same thing that they did in Germany. They started off in Germany. They got everybody. They start sifting everything. Oh, is it too late? No, it ain't too late. But Memphis gonna be the casualty. Because y'all gave in. Y'all easy to get in. And then thinking that people are sitting here doing city council resolutions and having, if you know what, ain't no way, if the governor didn't do it around Strickland, ain't no way I would have sat by him and stood behind him with that stupid face and allowed him to say that my city it can be overrun by indefinite by the National Guard. That he sat there in that man's face and took your authority away. He sat there. Ain't no way I would have sat. He would have been sitting by himself. But see, y'all too busy. Instead of trying to help every Democratic person that you know have a good heart to try to win or change government or stuff, y'all too busy trying to hurt somebody, trying to sabotage people's campaigns instead of looking at the big picture. I'd rather have a newcomer that don't know too much and get in there and train and learn them about government than to have somebody that I know is corrupt and trying to sabotage my life. But that's what y'all doing. Because it's black folks here in Chattanooga. Yeah, it's black folks here. You don't see him calling them criminals and stuff. Because after all, he did say that in 10 years, half of y'all children going to be in jail. Half of them. But y'all don't see the bigger picture. That y'all don't see that in order for all of this to happen in the city, he has to have some plant. He got to have a mold. He got to have this. See, look at it, see. Because y'all sitting up here thinking Paul Young is trying to help the city of Memphis when the same motherfucker is trying to cut the union out. The union, the binding agreement, because he trying to get it under federal jurisdiction, and that cuckabug think that when it's all over with, somebody gonna give him a position. They gonna kick his ass out. They gonna kick Lee Harris out. If Heidi, I wish you would run. I wish you would win, because I think Heidi, you know, Heidi has a history, and I believe that Heidi will fight for. I believe Heidi would fight. Now this ain't no campaign endorsement, but you know, I ain't trying to, you know what I'm talking about. I believe she will fight for it. I believe she will. I truly believe it. I believe some of them, I believe majority of the black men and some of the black women there, they already corrupt. They already corrupt. I think y'all more looking at somebody's personal, I don't care if you know, they got a rumor out about one of the state representatives. I don't care if he's selling ass and bubble gum on his personal time. I don't care. But if he's fighting to save my democracy, I can care less about that. But you black folks still want to sit here and say, well, he slept over his wife. He didn't sleep with you. And if he slept with you and he didn't give you no money, then that's your fucking fault. But if he's fighting, I don't care if he wore a dress to the all men's ball. I could care the fuck less about that. But if he's working for your democracy, you keep him in office. But when you see, like I said, Paul Young, you trying to correct that shit that he did, and it is too late. He had already sold y'all out. Now he see he ain't finna get nothing out of the deal, and he trying to give y'all that appearance that he is trying to save the city. Don't y'all fall for that bullshit. And if you hire Anthony Buckner, I guarantee you, Anthony Buckner gonna go in there and change the sheriff department that fits Trump, because he thinking something in it for him. Y'all better wake up.